On this week's episode of The Art Teacher, I am so excited for y'all to join me as I talk to the New York-born comedian, Michelle Driscoll. After graduating from acting school, Michelle took the plunge and headed west to pursue her dream, where we became friends, thankfully. I met Michelle at our rent-paying job, where I immediately fell in love with her. It was her brilliant humor that truly helped us get through some of the worst shifts at work. The thing about Michelle is she truly is a natural. She has a gift, but sometimes she forgets how awesome she is. But what is an artist if not someone who constantly questions themselves? In our conversation, Michelle opens up about her childhood, trying to crack the TikTok feed, and figuring out this strange industry we call Hollywood. It ain't always easy, but aren't I so lucky to have a Michelle in my corner to remember me to keep on laughing. Enjoy. Just tell you something right now.
I'm gonna young I am.
There is honestly everything literally gets better as you get older. Like you cannot stress about age. Yep.
You look like a baby.
I know. We were talking about that.
Don't talk to me.
Don't talk
to me. You look like a baby. Okay? Okay.
You got baby vibes. All
right.
Okay.
Do you want me to change your diaper? Your little So don't talk to me.
Yeah.
Let's do the podcast.
But like for real face, like no, like how is that? You're not old. Just know that.
Thank you.
Because I think what ruins a lot of people in this industry, and especially actresses, unfortunately, just know who is literally the number one person on HBO Max right now. Gina Smart.
Yeah, right.
Hacks.
You're right. Oh, it's so good.
Watchmen. Mayor of Easttown. She
You're
is
right.
having a literal renaissance.
But let me just say with this. They got really famous at a young age.
True, but
And
she also like
I'm getting at that point where I'm like, okay.
But but the other thing about
You gotta
like,
wrap it up.
I know, but the other thing about the fame at the young age though is you look at someone like Olivia Colman, right?
That's
Who
true.
was in her 20s when she started on like the Mr. Show or whatever the British thing.
The British one.
Yes.
I know what you're talking about. I don't know the name, but I know what you're
But
talking
like
about.
she popped off then, or the woman who plays the evil lady in Handmaid's Tale, like she.
Endowed.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like I feel like the biggest lie this industry tells people, and it's to weed people out, is to saying that age matters.
Yeah.
I genuinely think that's like a man-made fake thing.
Yeah, but at this point, I'll tell you is that someone on TikTok commented on a video and said, "You're weird, fat, and old," and I went, "Old."
Okay, Michelle, this is exactly why I wanted you on this podcast. Because like you have such a distinct, rare, it's distilled. Like I don't think you know this, but your humor is just so niche-y, which I get probably a lot of people don't get, but that's the best humor. Because it's going to be humor that's even funnier in 20 and 10 years.
Thank you. I think I'm funny.
Yeah, I think you're so funny. And you
Make
are
myself
funny.
laugh.
I think that's the best thing to do is if you can make yourself laugh, then like
It's okay.
it's great.
Yeah.
But I like, you know how like you're comparing yourself because we're on TikTok and we're talking about numbers of followers and views and stuff like that. And you had mentioned like the idea that like when you are on TikTok, it's like there's someone who's just like, I'm just going to start one. And then millions of views.
Yeah, which is like good for them. Good on
Right.
you. Love that for you.
but
That is not happening for me, and I wanted to. Wish it would.
But you've had some success on the app because of your humor and because of the funny videos that you make.
It's really funny. I like was about to give up, and then I like did a video of Lena Dunham, whom
Yeah.
what a cup of tea and
What a cup of Kool-Aid.
I'm not sipping it, you know, like so I did it, and then again, like I get like weird comments on it, like this one girl called me weird, fat, and old. She was like, "You're giving Lena Dunham a platform," and I was like, we're on the same page here. We're like,
but also like
I'm critiquing
HBO,
someone.
Yeah,
It's also like I'm not cutting her paychecks, okay? Like,
if anything, you're trying to get
kind
a
of just like
paycheck
making
from
fun of
that.
her a little bit.
Yeah,
No offense.
but also like,
No
come
offense,
on, girl.
HBO.
I know
hire
HBO
me.
hire. We're not talking about that.
like,
We're just
I'm
talking about the fact that like this
okay,
was,
HBO, like,
just
like,
hire
okay.
us. But no, I love that though. But like, what has it been like though to like kind of be a comedian on TikTok, especially because you've been really popping off during COVID, and that's like been your outsource.
That is, it's honestly so weird because like before, you know, I was like making moves and like about to do like the biggest show for my career that was going to happen, and then literally like a week before the show was supposed to happen, like we shut down, and I was like, oh cool, like my career's over. And then I like tried making videos for a really long time and they didn't pop off, and then like I guess like a few months ago they like I started to get some views on some of the videos. It's still like micro influencer, micro.
Oh, I just learned about that actually.
Like little, like
yeah,
tiny,
the micro, macro,
Although
major.
I heard that like micro influencers are the new macro influencers.
I'm down for this idea.
I guess I'm a girl boss. I don't know.
Oh my God, let's not. Come on.
I'm a girl boss. I'm a CEO.
That is terrible. I love that for you, though.
I don't. I take it back. I take it back.
But okay, but like when did you, I always hate this question, but I do think it's important. Like when did you know you were funny? Like that you were like, aha, this is it.
I think that I learned that I was funny. I want to say either 3rd or 5th grade because I had 3 friends. Mm-hmm. One of them moved.
Bye.
The other one dropped me.
Oh, I thought you were going to say drowned.
The other one tragically passed away.
So it dropped you, which happens in the 3rd
but
or 4th
no,
grade.
she's my best friend. She like circled back.
Oh my God,
you mean? And it's like, Vicky, if you're listening, I'm talking about you. She like
Vicky!
circled back. She's my best friend. She's
I
my
saw
soulmate.
her birthday post.
Yes,
I think.
exactly.
Okay, Vicky,
she dropped me for a brief moment for this group of girls, and again, my class was a group. It was like 14 people, so it was so fucked up. But there was a group, and they called themselves DCK, and they excluded like just me and my friend Chachi, and I think this one other girl named Anna. And
did it stand for something?
I think it was like Dem Crazy Kids.
Dumb was like a dem. No, I'm saying dem was like a huge thing in the early 2000s.
Instead of saying them, you said dem or dat.
Duh, poetry lounge.
And so Dem Crazy Kids, like they were the cool girls, and I was like the weird, nerdy, and it was so rude because they knew me from like kindergarten, and they like automatically were like, "Get away, Michelle." Oh,
right.
But I think once that happened, I was kind of like drifting alone for like truly like a month. But I started watching like some TV and like SNL and Mad TV and stuff like that. And I think I cracked a joke in front of like 2 of my guy friends, and they were classmates. And they were like, that's funny. I was like,
oh my God, you cracked the male psyche.
Yeah.
Wow. So from a young age, you're
from a young age, I was really smart, just a savant, and cool, and like people looked up to me, and I guess I paved the way. So, I kind of then was like, oh, I guess I can make a joke or two. And also like my dad's funny. My dad's like a really funny guy.
Right.
And
so I was genetics.
Yeah, it was just like in my blood. Like I was like bound to be funny. But my dad would like make jokes, and like I realized like sometimes we would like kind of like spar.
Oh,
you know
okay,
what I mean?
Yep. I get that.
But we would just like talk and it bounced back. So I think maybe he was like a big influence too.
Oh, that's great. Do your parents support you in like your like pursuing of an artist and everything?
Kind of. Like it depends on the day, you know. Like
okay, that's
my
fair.
dad, yes, but like some days he'll be like, I just wish that you would get married and like go to grad school and like have a backup. Right. But then other days he's like, you are out there, you're in LA, you're pursuing your career, you're doing what you have to do for your life, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
He's the CEO.
He's the CEO. Yes, he's the girl boss. Yes, but my mom is like my mom's like, you know, like first generation, like came to America at like 12, like
immigrant
was the first person in her family to go to college, and like kind of just like she paved the way for her family. Yeah. And when I was like, Mommy, I want to be in movies, she was like, why do you know? Like she literally was like, why can't you be a teacher? Or like go to law school? And I was like, me? Like,
you're like, no. Yeah.
Me? I could go to, no.
No.
Silly.
But yeah, but like,
you're the comedian. Like,
you should quit everything, Mom.
You should get into stand-up. You're funny.
But it is that weird, like, you know, the immigrant kid. Like, you know, like you're just like, oh, man.
Yeah.
I got to carry your legacy and your
yes.
trauma.
And I think that's part of the reason why, like, sometimes I do feel, like, pressure to, like, be successful. Because I'm, like, I'm letting down, like, my mom who kind of, like, fought to move to America and, like, have a better life for her family, and I'm like her youngest daughter, and I was like, no, actually, like, I think I'm gonna go to LA, and I think I'm gonna like be an actor, and like, what if you saw me like in a commercial or something?
Which you were in recently.
I was in one commercial.
It was super dope. Congratulations.
Thanks. It was a real lesbian couple. And that's the only audition I go out for is real lesbian couple. I'm not even a lesbian.
I love
in a queer relationship, but I'm not a lesbian.
I know. That's the other. We can talk about the politics of that.
Let me tell you.
But it's also, the thing is that you really pop off on Twitter. Twitter is the one platform I just can't crack.
I have not been able to crack Twitter for like I've been on Twitter since like 2013, and like I started taking it seriously in 2016 when I graduated, because I was like, I want to do comedy, and like that's the way to do it. So you got to pop off on Twitter, then you'll get a job in comedy. That's how you do it. Yeah. And so I have tried for so long, and then like recently, one tweet got like a good chunk of likes. Like it didn't go viral. It didn't get like 200,000. Got like 1,000, and literally the day before I tweeted that, I was like, I'm gonna quit Twitter. Titter. I like I'm gonna quit Twitter. I was like, this is like just not the platform for me. Like I'm never gonna make it. And then I like shit posted about the real lesbian thing. Like I got an audition that was like looking for a fat lesbian. I was like,
oh my god.
I was like, am I a fat lesbian?
Right.
I think I'm like an average size.
You're thick. You're beautiful.
Mid-size queer person.
Right.
Like I don't want to be put in a box. And so I tweeted about it, and I got like 1,000 likes because someone I'm mutuals with retweeted it, and then another person retweeted it, and it like
just like
so that was cool. But Twitter is like hard, and it really does kind of feel like one of those like make it or break it platforms, but it's not, and I just put that pressure on myself, and it's really stupid and frustrating.
How do you balance that? How do you not like well, I mean, but I feel like you being big on social media is sometimes a facade because, you know, you're going through things. Like the fact that you tweeted that, but in the real world, you were like, I'm so this.
Fucking over it.
Yeah. Like how do you become your own cheerleader? Like, how do you rally yourself?
I think that, like, for example, there was like a period where I think I have a few videos that have done well on TikTok. Not a lot, but like a few. And the first one like popped off, and I was like, I have to post a video a day. I have to do this.
Right.
And so
to break
the
algorithm or something.
And so I like force myself to write a new video, film a new video, edit a new video every day. I have to burp, I'm sorry.
That's fine. Let's be honest, I love, the struggle is real on this podcast. You know what I mean? It's all about the struggle. It's beautiful. It's art.
Thank you.
Thank you for creating that.
I put that into the universe.
Yes. And it's going to live forever.
For everyone.
So thank you.
What was I saying?
You were talking about a video day on TikTok.
Right. So
it's just, okay, I understand that people listening are going to probably be a little confused right now. But the thing is like when you get to know you, and like your humor definitely translates in your videos, and sure, but like you as a person, like I just feel this presence from you.
Thank you.
I really hope that like, I wanted you on this podcast for many reasons. One, to be like, look at this amazing person that's at the beginning of their career, right? And you're really about to like take off. You're in the thick of it. You're living in LA. You moved here from New York. Like you're struggling. You're working. You're hustling. And I love that. But I also want to show the fact that you are pure talent, like distilled, pure, hilarious talent. And sometimes the industry is a little slow. It's extremely slow to catch up to people like you. And that's why I'm like, okay, I have this platform that I know I can send to people and like be like, look at this human. Like this human's really trying. It's true though, Michelle. Like I really because I feel like, you definitely make fun of yourself and it's like cool and everything, but I really think you should know that like you have that spark.
Thank you.
And it's like definitely something I hope that I hope you see it. You know what I mean? Like you can make a joke about it now and everything, but like I hope you really resonate on the fact that you are a talented human.
Really?
Yes.
Thanks.
Just sit in that.
I'll sit in that.
Is that awkward for you?
Yeah.
Why is that awkward for you?
I don't like compliments. I don't know why. But I appreciate them. And I do love that you said that.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You just do that. But so with that being said and everything, I know that you were a little hesitant to be on here because you were like, whatever. But it's a podcast about artists and about discovering yourself and everything. And so when you were trying to break this like TikTok algorithm, like what was happening?
I kind of like, honestly, so I was making videos partly to like hopefully pop off on social media so that I could just get a job.
Yeah.
But other part because like I really enjoy making sketch comedy. Like it makes me happy. And before quarantine, like I was on a sketch comedy team. Like I made sketches and we did a show every Sunday, or not every Sunday, like every month, like one Sunday a month. And then I would do like character shows in between whenever I could get one. So I just did TikTok for that mainly. And then there was a point where like, I had one video that did do well and I was putting that pressure on myself and I kind of like was driving myself insane and I lost like the passion for it. I was like kind of just doing it to produce content and not because I was enjoying it. Like I made like 4 Lena Dunham videos and I was like,
you're over it.
She's draining me. Like,
yeah.
I hate it. And so, yeah, I just kind of like took a break and then I revisited it and I tried a few other things and those did well, but then I tried some other things and they just like didn't. So I'm kind of just doing whatever I want to put out. And then like, if it gets views, like that'd be dope. And if not, like,
you're not putting that pressure on yourself.
Yeah. I'm like not gonna lose my passion for it, which is what was like starting to happen a bit. And I'm just like doing it when like on my terms and not to like just like be a machine to produce content, because like that drained me. It made me like sad and like feel like really, can I curse?
Yeah, go ahead.
Shitty.
Yeah.
No.
Oh god, shitty is not a fucking
like a little
cuss word.
shitty.
That's fair. So one of the things that I'm doing also with this podcast is that I have my artists. There's like a chain reaction, right? So like the person before you asked a question and you're going to be asked that question. Okay. Because what I want to do is I want people to ask any question they want to an artist. Okay. One of the questions we had was, why do you think Frida Kahlo stayed with Diego, right? Like that's one of the questions. We broke it down. So the person before you, Alyssa, you know her, you work with her. She's a great human being. I love Alyssa. She has this great question, which is like, what was the pivotal moment? What was that like sign or that passion or that pilot light inside you that you knew that this is what I'm going to go do?
Okay. This is going to sound, okay. I think I have like a few different, because like my idea of what I wanted to do in my life kind of like went in different directions, but it kind of started.
Fair, I love it.
I think the moment that I knew that I could be an actor, this is gonna sound so stupid. I was watching Hannah Montana.
Okay, that's fine.
And I saw like someone my age on TV, and I was like, how did she do it?
Cool.
I could do it.
Yeah.
How'd she do it? And so I like, this is embarrassing.
That's fine.
But I like Googled like how to be an actor. And
everyone does that. No, how to be a writer.
No, it gets worse.
Oh,
it gets worse.
This.
It like was like, you have to get, it was like WikiHow. And I was like, get an agent. And so I Googled like how to get an agent, or like top agencies in NYC. And the first one was Creative Artist Agency, which is like the best agency. Yeah. And so I was like 10. And so I called Creative Artist and I was like, oh, hello.
Oh, they get those calls all the time.
But this poor receptionist, I was like, how do I become an actor? And she was like, ugh.
Oh, she was an actress.
Probably. Yeah. But she like was like, you have to go to acting school. You have to get headshots. You have to submit them. And then I was like, can I send you my headshot? She was like, yeah. And so I sent it, but it was not a headshot because like my parents were like, fuck you. Like they were like, I'm not gonna. So it was like a wallet photo for like my first grade picture. And on the back of it, I wrote like Michelle Driscoll, New York City, 120 pounds. Because I was fat.
I love that though.
And I sent it. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
So if they ever got it, like,
that's
really rude that you didn't send it back, okay? Yeah. Like, I wasted a photo.
Yeah, you could have given that to your grandma.
I could have given that to my grandma. She could have put it in her little pocketbook. So, really rude.
But so you went through that. So it was like, weirdly enough, Hannah Montana being the catalyst.
Yeah.
That's great,
And then
though.
I think for comedy, well, I watched SNL, but I never was like, oh, yeah, like, I'm going to be on SNL. I don't, maybe it was SNL.
Mm-hmm.
I take that back. No, it was the Amanda Show. It was the Amanda Show. I remember there was like an open call for the Amanda Show, and I was like,
yeah,
do I get on there? Like, I want to be on All That or the Amanda Show, and I was livid that I couldn't be on it.
Oh, you did.
So,
but that's like, but then how do you keep that fire alive? That's the moment that like sparked you.
That's so interesting. I think when I was younger, like I kind of was like, I had a different mentality. I think I was just like, I am gonna be an actor.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm gonna be an actor. I'm gonna work, and that's it.
I love that.
That's it. And like you guys are gonna see me in a few years. I'm gonna be famous. And then like I got older, and I was like, no, I don't want to be famous. I just want to like work. You know, like I want to like get consistent work. But as a kid, like I just like had no doubt that I was gonna. I don't know.
I love that though.
Work.
I think that's important to have because also the thing is I feel like people have one definition of success, but the success changes for one.
Yeah.
And has many different meanings and many different definitions.
Yeah.
So as you get older, it sounds like you adapted.
Oh, 100%. And then like I went to acting school and I remember like we had a class and there was like a teacher that was like, what would you guys define as success? And I was like, being in one thing. Doing one big thing.
I love
that's
that.
It. That's like to me, like I've already like started being successful. It's like that's it. So I'm still working on that.
And I mean that's completely fine because that's like it. But I think that people also think you mentioned this with like your inspiration. You were like, oh, there's many different sources of my inspiration on why you wanted to be an actor. But that's also the thing about a career. It's not a linear thing. It's so wide net. It's so weird. Like we met at a job that we cannot say on air, right? And that was like both of us learning that I was like, oh my God, you're an actress. I love that. And you were like, you're a writer. And it's like, but that was our rent paying job. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's not like, it's the job that we did so we can pay for this passion.
100%.
Do you ever get inspired in those jobs? Like the rent paying jobs? To be like, I don't want to be here longer.
I get inspired to like leave, yeah. I did come up with like a character based off of the clientele that
came to our job, yeah.
But I think maybe I'm inspired to like work harder in my creative endeavors.
Because
I don't want to be there.
Yeah.
Long term.
Yeah.
Or even like right now, maybe. I don't know.
But it's also important to have, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, like important. I need it. Like I need to pay my bills, you know, like I'm not going to lose my apartment. But yeah.
Yes.
I don't want to
but
be
it
there.
like it's like a weird, I don't know. I think it's like a weird motivation. Sometimes it's like, you know, we were talking about the Frida Kahlo and Diego thing where it's like, why do artists stay in like toxic relationships? And it's like, why do artists, I feel like sometimes stay in shitty jobs? And it's one, it pays.
Yeah.
But then it's also like, because it sometimes fuels you.
Yeah. I guess it could fuel one. I don't know if I'm that one. Maybe not today. Maybe there have been times. I don't know.
Yeah. Where do you see yourself in a year? That's a great answer.
Probably still LA.
Okay,
so
cool.
We got that.
I would be so sad if you moved.
Yeah, I know. Probably still LA with Hollis.
Okay, great.
Okay. Still doing comedy.
Okay, I love that.
In what form? I don't know.
Who knows?
That's all I have, I think.
No, I love that. I love that your gut reaction was like, I don't know. Yeah. Because I feel like the question is supposed to motivate, but also it's completely fine if like the answer isn't, I'm not a planner.
Well, it's not that I'm not a planner. It's more that like this, I feel like career is so uncertain that you can't like have, at least like not for more than a few weeks ahead of you, you can't have like a certain like definitive like plan. So I mean, I could be like with my same representation. I could be with different representation. Yeah. I could like be a PA on a film. I could be still doing my little job that I'm, you know, I doing have feelings. Yeah. And I don't know. I could be like still trying to do TikTok videos. I could be like doing like a big showcase for a comedy festival that I would love to do. A certain one in Canada. Like,
okay, yep, you know? I get you, yep.
So, like, I don't know.
Is 8-year-old you proud of you? No. You don't think so?
No, because I remember distinctly being, like, really, really young, being like, if you're an artist, you're an idiot. Like, you need to get a job. You need to get a job that's going to pay your bills so that you don't be poor. Because, like, I was poor.
Yeah.
And I think 8-year-old me would be like, you are how old? And you are still poor? I think she'd be like, cringe. Like, that's really interesting for you, girl. Like, really making money moves there. So I think she'd be like a little judgmental, but then also she'd be like, you're doing art. Because like I loved arts and crafts, but like
what I love about that answer is that usually people get really sentimental about it. You're just
like,
no, she sucks. Why'd you bring her out of me?
God.
But you are proud of yourself, right?
Yeah, I'm like happy with what I'm doing.
Do you love being an artist?
I love what I do. I love acting. I love comedy. I love film. I do not love that this industry is a little hard for a lot of people who don't have like, you know,
nepotism
or
if
funds
you don't have a famous family
or whatever.
member.
Like if you don't have like a freaking jumping off point or like a foot in the door, it almost feels like you're like clawing at the door for years.
Yep.
I don't love that, but I do love what I do, and it does make me happy. Thank you.
I always like to end with, okay, so like the Alyssa question that I gave you, I like to have the next question be what I work with my next artist. So if there's any question that you can ask any artist or any question at all, I mean, it could be so random, it could be so weird, but like a question that you would love to ask someone. Fine.
If you could do literally anything else.
I think that's a valid question.
What would you do?
I like that question.
Thank you.
I'm going to ask that person that.
Cool.
Michelle, you're hilarious and you're so funny. Where can people follow you on your journey?
You can follow me on TikTok at
Plug it.
Michelle Driscoll.
Yeah.
Okay. You can follow me on Twitter at Mich Driscoll, and you can follow me on Instagram at Michelle Driscoll.
I love that. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry if I'm sweaty.